It is ScrawlrBox time. This box is a bit beaten up, but that is completely fine. So let's get into this. As you can tell, maybe if you've seen my other ScrawlrBoxes, I am trying something new today. So let me know how it goes, how you like this. Okay. Ooh, this is already a very good sign. Sign. Because it's a sign. Never mind. Get into the supplies. Oh, I recognize these. Oh, I really like this. Kind of want to make patterns like this. Let's move this over a bit. We have sticker, as per usual. POSCA Pens. Okay, apparently I love drumsticks. Yeah, this is turning out to be a very interesting box. Invent a creature or character that may have similarities to something else, but has never previously existed. So what's in the box? We have some big chunky POSCA pens, which the only POSCA pens I've actually been playing around with have been the small white ones, because I use those for highlights, or used to, back when I did that a lot. So that's gonna be fun. We have 3 absolutely gorgeous, beautiful colors that I am absolutely positive I'm gonna get a lot of use out of when this box has been finished. Beautiful colors. And we have a black and white in a slightly smaller size. Ecco Pigment Liner 06, a thick boy. A Lumograph black 2B, and a drumstick, which is, oh, it doesn't say. It usually says whether it's vegetarian friendly, probably in the sign. Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. All right, we have the sign with its beautiful color cover and all of the supplies. Vegan and also free from artificial colors. All right, so I'm gonna be reading this when I'm done. Ooh, from last month's box. Okay, these are really cool. Interesting. I'll be reading that next. And here's the print. That is super cute. I love that. I love the... Is that a gecko? I don't know. And the unicorn. Oh yeah. Street artist based in Bristol, UK. And here we have the last thing in this box. And it is Gecko Free... Yeah, it's a gecko. Gecko Freestyle Pad A5 10 sheets. Made especially for this box, contains unique hybrid paper combining bleed-proof marker paper and Bristol board. Perfect blend for marker pens, endorsed by POSCA. Alright, and the Scrawlr challenge is character creation. So, that's fun. Okay, I'm excited to get into this, but I also really have no idea what to do. So, the challenge is supposed to just be create a character from your mind, from your brain, that has only ever existed now. Oh, this is some nice paper. So let's bring out the, where is it? Where's my Scrawlr sketchbook? Found it. Here we go. The Scrawlr sketchbook. So, oh wow, we've gotten far into this, haven't I? Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side for now, and let's bring you down to try out some of the items in this box. Alright, let's start off with the pencil, because usually pencil is just, you know, pencil. So, yeah, pencil. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. The only thing is, it's kind of rattly. It's not that much, but a little bit, and gives a weird feedback. And I really like the design of it. It's just the plastic is a bit weird. Alright, let's get in to the POSCAs. It's coming slowly, but it's coming. So the thing about Poscas is that I've never actually used them to draw. So I am fairly excited about what I can do with them. Because usually when I use Posca, the one Posca I have, I just use it for lines and dots. So that's a white one. Okay, the black one is not completely dry, so whoops. Good thing it's not ruined forever. I guess that's gonna be quite fun and interesting. I am so in love with these colors, you can't even imagine. Twist them out of their packaging and then shake them all at once. So we have a lavender, a coral pink, and aqua green. And as I've said earlier, I am loving this color scheme. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Okay, I knew Poscas were opaque, but I've never actually seen it being in colors other than the white one. So it's really cool to actually get to see how opaque it actually is. I don't know, on this paper it kind of, if you can see, it is as if it is pooling a tiny bit. So I don't know. I think it's just a paper. I'm pretty sure. So time for the coral. Good thing I'm editing all of this out, huh? Okay, there it is. Oof. Okay, so yeah, it's a good start. I've had a tiny break and I am back. So let's bring out the sketchbook and see what we can come up with. Okay, so the Scrawlr challenge is character creation, and I've been thinking a little bit, and just character creation is very broad, but we have some colors to go from, and there's a few things I'm thinking of when I'm looking at these colors. One of them is Vaporwave, another is Candy, third is just general digital stuff, I guess. So I think, let's see. So let's just start out with creating some candy. I don't know, it's just, yeah, whatever. Admitting I have no idea what I'm doing right now, to be honest. Okay, another thing I'm thinking of right now is Pokemon. So let's make a very bad impression of a muck. Okay, yeah, that's a very bad impression of a muck. But the idea is kind of fun. I can apparently not remember how it actually looks in reality. Let's give him donut eyes. And I don't know. Put some candy canes in him. Actually, about that, I think would be really fun when it comes to Pokemon and Muck is you could really make a candy monster out of him and just make him a fairy type. I think that would be pretty fun. Kind of stupid, but yeah. Okay, I like the idea, but I don't think I have the patience for all of the little candy thingies. Also, I don't really want to make too many small details. Let's do what I do best. Candy Goop Girl. Candy. And we're gonna take a lot of inspiration from Casey Golden because I love the way she does these weird swooshy shapes. Okay, I'm actually quite into this. Let's eat the candy. Oh my god. I'm bad at this. please open. You know, we used to have these candy taffy thingies in this way in Denmark, and it was called Langejan. And yeah, I don't know, I haven't seen them for ages, years. So I don't even know if they still exist. But yeah, this is delicious. Okay, yeah, I really like this idea. So, as I've been very quiet while doing it, I am thinking we want to do something like this, but maybe. So if we, what happens if we use? Also, this paper is terrible to work on with Posca, but I want to play around with the colors a bit before committing for once. Okay, so what I wanted to try out on this one, apart from the color change, yeah, no, I like it much better the other way around. But as said, what I do want to try out or find out is yeah, we probably need to let that dry. And spill coffee all over myself. Yeah, I'm not being very nice to this fine liner, am I? Okay, so what I have been trying to talk about is that I wanted to try out having the small lines inside of the artwork and then having these big lines outside. And then maybe on a few doing something like this. I like it. About shading. Do we want that? Do we want the shading? I think we do. Also, me going with the lady monster trope is definitely not to stay inside my comfort zone. Definitely not. So that's already painted my fingers. That's a good sign, I guess. We have a lady here. What do we want to do with her arms? I mean, are we doing something like this? Sorry. Okay, I know what I want to do with her hands, but I don't know how. So let's. Okay, what I'm mostly worried about is. Okay, I can. On this paper, I can still faintly see what's going on behind the pen. Oh my god, I love these colors so much. It's incredible. I mean, just look at that. Ain't that just delicious? Maybe? I don't think I want to do the hands like that, but I do think I want to go with this general idea. Let's just make a small last test. I think I hate this. Maybe not hate it, but I don't like it. Okay, it's actually not. I don't hate it as much. Okay, maybe it's just because I don't actually know how to use these that I don't like how that turned out. Because making the lines a lot less thick and more sharp, I guess, that actually makes it work really, 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 really nicely. Okay, another thing that I'm not really sure about is whether the coral color, is that going to be a part of the shadows or the highlights? I think it's just going to be shadows, or maybe I'm just going to use it for like if we have this here area, let's just let that dry before we test out what I'm trying to talk about. I don't know. I think I hate it only because I'm not waiting for it to dry out completely before putting on another layer, and thus making them smudge together, and that doesn't look good. So let's try out something on this thing. Alright, I've sketched out the final drawing, I think. I think this is the one I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play around a bit more with how I'm gonna do it, because I am absolutely terrified of these supplies, to be honest. I have no idea what to do with them. So well, I do have an idea, but I just wanna see if I can I wanna adjust some of my ways of doing this before jumping into the final piece. So yeah, cue the time lapse, I guess. Alright, so I finished the final piece for this month's ScrawlrBox, well, September ScrawlrBox, and I have a very hard time collecting my thoughts because I am absolutely incredibly excited about the end result. So let's just take the items from the top. So Uni POSCA Pens 5M, these thick boys, and I love these. I really love these. There's quite nice coverage. I have had a few moments where it seemed like when you put down a line, it kind of picked up again, but that was mostly when I put down multiple lines on top of each other while they were still very much wet. So I think I just need to practice some more, because whenever you put down a line next to the earlier line, they do make a really smooth coverage. It's called a coverage. So even the thickness of these They work really nicely for blocking in colors. And then there's the 3M POSCA pens. And while I do love these, maybe I wasn't keeping up with shaking the white one, because once in a while it didn't seem to be as opaque as it usually is with Uni pens, but then you either put down another layer on top of it, or you just shook it a bunch more, and then everything was fine. Thing about the black one though, because I used it a lot for line work, is that I would love to have this pen, but with a brush nib. That would be my absolute ultimate supply. That would be incredible. The thing is though, I don't really know if it's a possibility with paint markers, but yeah. I think I have seen some brush pens like that, but I don't really know how they work. So that's one thing I would love, but otherwise, beautiful coverage, beautiful lines. All in all, incredibly excited, very, very happy. So, going on to the pigment liner. Also, just in general, a really nice, stable tool. I do like the, what's it called? The holder. Ergonomic grip zone. It does feel quite nice. If you look closely, you can see it doesn't really work that well with sitting up here. I kept pushing it, so it went whoop, and then nearly fell off constantly. So I don't know. Seems like it could have been done a little bit better regarding that, but otherwise, really nice pen. Actually did love the thickness, so I guess I'm starting to transition to liking thick pens. And then we have the Lumograph Black N2B. I don't really have much to say about this, as per usual. I like pencils, I like working with pencils, but I'm not... If you give me two pencils in the same hardness, I'd probably not be able to say which one of them were the better pencil, so I'm sorry about that. It's a nice pencil, it sharpened nice, it laid down a nice lead thing, I don't know. Let's just move that over here, and then we get over to the paper. And this has been really nice to work on. It did come slightly, not bent, but ripped off the block, but it's not watercolor paper. It's actually kind of nice to be able to just move it around, so I don't know, didn't really matter that much. There was 10 sheets in here. There isn't anymore. I think we're down to 7 papers, and one of them were this. There are a few areas where you can slightly see it, but that's the POSCA pens, where you put down one layer on top of a wet layer, and then it just mushes a tiny bit. But otherwise, I don't have much else to say about the paper. It's just really, really nice to work on. And I'm slightly sad. It's apparently specifically made for this box, so I don't really know if I can find this paper again. But if I ever want to move on with more POSCA work, I would definitely go back to this paper. Maybe I want to try out using alcohol markers on it someday. And then the final piece. I don't know, I'm just happy with it. Ow. I'm just really happy with it. It's there are a bunch of mistakes all around, and places where I could have shaken up the pens a little bit more to get more opacity, and I have to work a bit on not layering wet on wet too much to make these. There's a bunch of little scratches in the paint, and that's mostly just because I kept coloring on top of wet. But if you look at it from afar, you don't really see it, so that's fine, I guess. I'm really happy with this. I think it's beautiful. I think I want to do some text for it, and then let's put it on a t-shirt. Final thoughts on this box. I think this has been one of my favorite boxes. The color choices for the main colors, the the artist just generally makes me happy to read what they're saying and the way they're saying it, and look at the art. It's really cool. There's also on here generally really cool art. So this has been an awesome box. I very much hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.